Hey woodcutters, TopSaw here. Today I was going to go over the Bandit ZT1844 Stump Grinder, how to get started with it, how to operate it, a few tips and tricks, and then we'll grind a few stumps. A friend of mine lent this to me for the weekend and went through it. I looked up videos on how to get started with it and couldn't find anything. So after I got it figured out with him, I thought I'd put a video on YouTube and kind of help anybody else out who might want to try out a stump grinder like this. If you're new to this channel, think about subscribing. Ignition, throttle. Where's the choke?
There isn't a choke.
No choke.
Yeah, I just
38 horsepower Kohler. And then emergency stop. This
right.
engages the cutter wheel.
Correct.
You actually want it revved up pretty high before you engage the cutter wheel.
Up, yeah.
So revved all the way up. This is a pivot right here for the control, so you could unhook it and move the control.
Yeah.
Well, you get it. Get on video so I could remember all this. So you could move the control out of the way. These are tracks, forwards, backwards, and then this is the actual cutter. So engages it just like a mini excavator, tips it left, right, engages it down, engages it up. And again, here's the cutter. All right, regular 4-stroke gas. How much gas does it use? A tank a day?
So I can go through a tank in a day. Most jobs I only need a half a tank to do 2 stumps or something, but or a rake or something. It's nice to keep the stuff out because it just builds up underneath, kinda, and the teeth seem to be cutting really good right now. So if I go down just a little bit, I'll go through fast. But if I go down a little too much, sometimes I'll just go through slower.
Right.
And you can do more. Just like don't bring the arm across as fast.
Right.
So there's like a balancing act you can play there, but.
Couple things before you get started. Safety has to be job number one. You have to have glasses, ear protection, and a full face shield. Really good heavy steel toe boots to protect your feet. Never get anywhere near this cutter at all when it's running. Then here's really a very big idea in woodworking. It doesn't matter if you're grinding stumps or running a CNC router, is feed rate, which is how fast it travels, versus depth of cut, how deep you go. I really don't know that much about stump grinders, but I have run a lot of wood projects on a CNC. And there's 2 ways to do it. One is to go really deep and go slow to get a big chip, or the other is to go not so deep and travel faster. You kind of want to optimize your speed without putting too much wear and tear on a machine, and there's an ideal chip size. And these teeth on here are really cool. They're kind of cupped, and you can loosen them up and rotate them to get a sharp edge on them. They're going to cut on the outside of the tooth if you're, when you're driving this way, or the other side of the tooth when you're going across, and then when you're going forward, the front of the tooth. So you actually get 3 uses out of a single tooth by just rotating it. It's really clever, very similar to woodworking. It always kind of amazes me how it's all the same ideas, whether you're cutting trees with a chainsaw, whether you're grinding stumps, traditional woodworking tools, hand tools, or CNC, all of the big ideas are the same. I guess I wish I realized that a little bit earlier in my life rather than having so many battles and mistakes, but maybe that's how you learn. This is a pretty big ponderosa pine stump, maybe 32 inches. I try and cut it as low as I can to the ground without dulling my saw. It'd be good to have a mattox or a pick and really dig around the stump to get any rocks out. And you can see kind of doing the first pass just across the top, maybe only going 2-3 inches down and then stepping forward a little bit and keep going. Here's another stump. This is a lot smaller, and you can see on that smaller stump how much easier it is. This is 4 times speed, so it actually goes pretty quick. And then I'm just taking little passes across the top, maybe 2 passes down, 2 or 3 passes down, back and forth, and then inching the machine forward. You can see the chips are kind of piling up in the front there, getting in the way of me going forward. Kind of nice to stop it, get it out of the way and get the chips out of the way, but the stump was small enough that I could just kind of knock the whole thing out. Once I've taken down the first 2 or 3 inches, maybe even 4 inches on the stump. This time I'm going backwards, going down a few more inches. So there's going back. You can see the piece of circumference that you're burying into the stump is going to create the highest amount of load. So if you could engage the least amount of teeth, the less resistance it's going to have. So it's a pretty cool tool, really easy on your body. The machine does all the work. So I really like it a lot, getting it figured out. It seems like it went really well. Sharpness of teeth is key. All right, well, if you liked that video, go ahead and hit like. This channel is all things wood, from tree work to woodwork. And if you're new, think about subscribing. Most importantly, I'd like to hear your comments below. If you've ever used a stump grinder, how I did, if I was doing it efficiently or about as efficiently as you can. Yeah, so I'm kind of new at using the stump grinder. So I liked it.